Hello and welcome, I'm Jordan Blatchford. I hope you're having a good day. In today's video, I'm going to take you through each of the macronutrients, the food sources for each, the impact of a surplus or a deficiency of each macronutrient, and how to work out an approximation for the amounts of each that you should be consuming in your diet in comparison to your calorie intake. I just want to say at the start as well, although I do have a background in being a chef and doing an A-level in food technology, I am by no means an expert, and this is just what I've searched up and how I would do it myself. So first of all, we need to understand what a macronutrient is. The term macronutrient refers to the three core sources of energy that our bodies need. These are carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So the first group, carbohydrates, per gram, a carbohydrate is worth about 4 calories. Carbohydrates are split into two groups. Simple carbohydrates, which are broken down quickly, providing a short release of energy, and then complex carbohydrates, which take longer to break down, therefore producing a slower and longer release of energy. Simple carbohydrates are your sugary foods, which contain glucose, sucrose, and fructose, and are found in foods such as cakes, sweets, soft drinks, and fruit. And on the other hand, you've got your complex carbohydrates, which are your starchy foods, which tend to contain fiber, vitamins, and minerals. And this can be found in whole grains, vegetables, peas, and beans, just to name a few. The impact of consuming too much carbs within your diet can place a large metabolic load onto your body, which over time could lead you to put on weight or develop a poor metabolic health, leading to heart conditions, potentially down the line. A deficiency of carbohydrates within your diet means that your body will start to convert protein into glucose to bring up your blood sugar levels. But in the long run, it means if you're trying to get gains in the gym, it's going to hinder you from doing that and leave you feeling tired. Moving on to protein, again, for a gram of protein, it equates to approximately 4 calories. In the gym, we all love this bad boy, and it is crucial for our gains. But protein is split into two groups, 9 essential amino acids and 11 non-essential amino acids. The essential amino acids, these 9 nutrients we need to consume within our diet because our body cannot produce them, in comparison to non-essential amino acids, which those are the 11 nutrients that our bodies can naturally produce. The best forms of protein that provide you with all 9 of the essential amino acids are any kind of animal products, so meat, fish, eggs, milk, or the plant-based option, which is quinoa. Although I often like to occasionally consume more protein than I actually should, consuming too much protein can lead to the protein you're not converting into muscle turning into fat and putting more stress on essential organs such as the liver. And a pretty no-brainer here, but a deficiency in protein means that overall you're going to not be able to build as much muscle mass. Naturally, you won't have much muscle mass, and it can actually also leave you feeling fatigued as the cells in your body are not getting enough of the nutrient that they so crave. Moving on to fats. Now, fats contain 9 calories per gram, and fats can be split into 3 categories: saturated, unsaturated, and trans fats. Overall, trans fats need to be actively avoided. There are small traces in some animal products, which is genuinely more or less not so bad for you, but trans fats that are made industrially are extremely bad for you, and we need to try and stay away from those. Trans fats can be found in any form of kind of fast food, anything cooked within oil, deep fried, so on. Moving on to saturated fats, these are commonly found in animal products as well, and we don't want to completely remove these, we just want to limit our intake down slightly, as again, too much can become bad for you. And finally, unsaturated fats, which are kind of deemed as the healthy fats that we actually do want to consume. Again, not loads, but we want to try and consume these as they are beneficial for us. And this category is broken down into 2 categories again. Monosaturated fats have been found to actually lower cholesterol, and this kind of fat can be found in anything from avocados, nuts, or seeds. And then polyunsaturated fats, which help with muscle movement and prevent blood clotting, and actually contain some of your omega-3 fatty acids, need to be within your diet because your body cannot naturally produce this. Polyunsaturated fats also contain omega-6 fatty acids, which can be found in foods such as fatty fish, soybeans, and sunflower seeds. Now, consuming high levels of saturated and trans fats within your diet can lead to an increase in cholesterol, leading to a risked chance of a heart attack. A decrease in fats can actually lead to nutrition deficiencies, poor skin health. The list goes on, to be honest. Just try and get in your unsaturated fats as much as you can, a limited amount of your saturated fats, and then try and get rid of, to the best that you can, your trans fats. So now I'm going to take you into how to work out your calorie intake to then work out how many of each macro you ideally want to be consuming. So firstly, we need to work out how many calories you're currently intaking or how many you'd like to intake. To work out what you should be consuming for your weight, the simplest method for this I've picked up from Mark McLean, and that is simply timesing your body weight in pounds by 15. So for me, before I broke my leg, I was 181 pounds. Timesing that by 15 gives me 2,715 calories to maintain my current weight. So at this point, you want to decide what percentage of each macronutrient you want to consume. For the basis of demonstration, I'm going to use my previous numbers just to show you how it's done to make it nice and simple. So at the time, I wanted to consume in my calories 45% carbohydrates. So what we do with that percentage is we add a 0 point at the start. So for me, 2,715 times 0.45 gives me 1,221.75. If you've got a number like that, either round it up or down, and that will give you the amount of calories you should be consuming for that group. Earlier in the video, I told you how many calories per gram each was worth. So what we want to do with that number is divide that by the amount of calories. So for carbohydrates, that's dividing it by 4. And that gives me 305 grams of carbohydrates that I want to be aiming to consume to maintain my weight at that calorie level. Because protein is the same calories as carbohydrates, we can simply follow this method again. So let's say I want to consume 35% protein. So we take 2,715 times that this time by 0.35, as that's the percentage I want. That gives me 950 calories for protein, which again, I divide by 4, as that's the amount of calories per gram, which gives us 237.5 grams of protein. And then finally fats, which is the last 20%. So fats is the only one that changes slightly, as 9 calories are in a gram of fat. So what we do is we follow the same process through. So 20% fats is what I wanted to consume. 2,715 times 0.2. That gives us 543, which we then divide by 9, which gives us around 60 grams of fats that we want to consume. So that is how I very simply work out the macros I need to consume to maintain my current weight. Again, a simpler method, you can use an app like MyFitnessPal, which will do it all for you. But if you want to get hands-on and you want to work out for yourself, see the little things that can change, it's a very interesting way to do it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like this style of nutritional content, give me a like down below. Subscribe if you want to follow me on my fitness journey back from breaking my leg. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.